What's up, YouTube? I wanted to do a little vlog on the manufacturer versus the contractor. We had a brand new gas pack, 2014 serial number, and we did a heat maintenance a couple of days ago. And at that time, one of the Cape Fear technicians did a combustion analysis on the system. And at 3.3 inches, water column, natural gas, the CO2 was low, the oxygen was high, and the CO parts per million was running almost 200. So we made adjustments to the gas pressure and got the parts per million down, oxygen down, and the CO2 up. Contacted the manufacturer tech support and discussed the situation with them. Since it was still, less than a year old, it seemed logical to us that the manufacturer might give us a different orifice size so that we could get it to burn better at factory setting. The service tech rep proceeded to question who said that the limit on CO parts per million was 100. And I didn't have the conversation myself, but the immediate thought that I had was, have you never, ever looked at or seen anything about combustion? Because even myself, as a green combustion analysis enthusiast, have realized that 100 parts per million is your limit, absolute limit for combustion. And the manufacturer's response to our questioning was that we should set it at factory and not worry about it. Which leads us to the next question, or next thought in this process. If the manufacturer couldn't care less about proper combustion, why are we doing combustion at all? I don't think that that is a standard across other manufacturers. I am certain that that has to be just an idiot service rep that has no clue anything about combustion. Because for him to mandate that we leave a system running in that condition is just unthinkable in the ramifications that it could have. I spoke to another guy that's in the community, and he concurred that the system needs to run properly despite what this uneducated service rep is saying, and that there is no downside to running the system properly. And the same arguments that could be made for changing the orifices so that it'll run properly with a higher gas input are the same arguments that they would make if we didn't make the system run properly. that you could argue this exact same information both ways, and at least if you know it's running properly, there is no health or hazard to the system's operation. Whereas if the orifices are not changed, there is a health and operational hazard. Just kind of got me a little miffed over the bullheadedness of some old technicians. I think the same things that I was thinking and saying way back when I did my thoughts on iManifold, the first one, apply to the technician that does not think that combustion analysis is important. Obviously, a lot of times, setting the gas pressure is good enough. And I'm speaking from a point where I have been unaware, just like so many other things. I was unaware of superheat and subcool years ago. I was unaware of exactly how a TXV functions, what exactly it's trying to do. And I was unaware that combustion analysis was an important part of understanding what the system is doing. And if a technician is unwilling to accept that combustion analysis is indeed important, they fall into that same category of stuck in the Stone Ages and not benefiting or delivering a fully optimized system whenever they do maintenance or they do service work or installation or whatever. So many times setting the gas pressure gets you close enough that it's not going to be out of optimum safe operation, but it's still not right. And especially when you're first installing a system and commissioning a system, if there is no other time that you need to go all out to make sure that it runs properly, commissioning is that time. You go to a real world situation where the ductwork is garbage, where the filters are undersized, where your vent piping is wrong, all of these issues that you might run into on a service call, you can't force the customer to always make things 100% optimum. But when you commission a system, that is your chance to do everything you possibly can to make sure that that system runs efficiently, runs safely, and should run for the longest time. I enjoy helping other technicians when they come across questions that they aren't able to answer on their own. But when you're trying to complete a vlog video and your phone keeps ringing, you lose track of what you were saying, what you were thinking, and there it goes again. So anyway, I wanted to get feedback from the community regarding how you would deal with a factory rep that was telling you that unsafe operation was acceptable simply because they didn't comprehend or have any working knowledge of the specifics in the situation you were dealing with. And I would hope that there are not very many factory reps that have no idea about refrigeration performance and blower data and that sort of information. being that I'm new to the game of combustion, I can understand not having a full working knowledge of the concept of combustion analysis, but it's depressing, I think is one word to use, that a factory-trained representative for service troubleshooting is making the statement that let it run, and questioning the experts on the subject as to whether or not the information that they have studied is accurate. So, leave me your comments down below. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.